Hello PNTV shareholders, my name is Brett Pajunas. I'm one of the directors of Players Network, and I am joined with one of my good friends and chairman and CEO of Players Network, Mark Bradley.
I'm here too.
Well, I'll tell you, hopefully you've had an opportunity to take a look at the press release. Wow, that's all I have to say. This is a huge event that's taken place. We're extremely excited about this. We're now entering into the California marketplace. So
we promised you we're going to be going into more marketplaces, and why not go into the largest marketplace in the world next?
Yeah, and geographically it's located not that far from us. We were just there earlier this week checking out the site, doing some further due diligence on the project. And I want to talk about a couple things. One, this isn't an overnight deal. You've been Mark's been championing this deal. This is Mark's deal.
For about a year now. Yeah.
No mistake. And it's been a long road, and we finally came to the end of it, and we're really excited about this. This could potentially be one of the largest indoor cultivation / manufacturing facilities in the world.
Yeah, unlike all these new emerging markets, California actually has been cultivating for about 25 years now, but it's all been underground.
Yeah.
And the reason why this is such an amazing opportunity is this campus that we're building, this park, in partnership with Richard and Kim Connolly.
Awesome people. Just hopefully you guys are watching this video. We're thrilled to be partners with you guys.
Yeah, you guys are we're gonna cut to them in a little bit. You're gonna have a chance to see Richard and Kim speak. And the amazing thing about this is, we're coming from a regulated state, Nevada.
Highly regulated.
And we've had to go through everything, jump through every hoop, every hurdle. We're going to be able to bring that experience now to California, where there are literally thousands of growers, thousands of dispensaries, and we're going to help be a part of that reform process, and we're going to give them a place where they can build their businesses. This park is on 101 acres. A portion of it's for a hotel and a media center for Weed TV.
Weed TV Studios. We're going to have a presence there and help support all the tenants.
Yeah, there's an amazing green area and a park that's being built, and there's going to be a Sky Bar restaurant, and it's going to be a place where people can do business.
We'll have convention space too.
Convention space. There's going to be a university there as well, Cannabis University. But it really is able to house 14 buildings. Each one's got 5 40,000 square foot condos. We call them industrial condos.
Yeah, that's the new term now.
Yeah, it's going to leave all kinds of business development opportunities for us to partner with people. In addition to, we have 2 of these. They call Richard and Kim grew up in Malibu, and that's where most of their business is. So everything's named after a beach theme. The buildings are called Zuma buildings. They're 500 feet by 200 feet.
Because the Zuma beaches are huge beaches in Malibu.
Well, it's a huge beach. It's one beach.
Oh, sorry. I don't know much about the California landscape.
So 500 feet long, 200 feet wide, 2 stories high. Each building is 200,000 square feet. I mean, right now we're operating at 27,000 square feet.
And, and the thing
is 16 times bigger than our existing building right now, which is crazy.
People like today, we had some of our partners coming in, and they saw the building, and they were just blown away with how big it is. And this is so much larger. And to that point, Greenleaf Farms will be operating 2 of those buildings, a total of 400,000 square feet that will be operating 100%. It's just an amazing opportunity. And one thing, I can't begin to tell you guys how challenging it's been to keep this a secret and keep this under wraps for the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, this is big news. Look, we're gonna turn the video over. We're gonna throw it to Richard. We did an interview with him a few days ago at his house in the Palm Springs area. We're also gonna have a chance to meet Kim, and then we'll come back and talk to you in a bit.
I'm Richard Connolly, and I'm from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. British by education. So, originated back in 1982 when I came to Pepperdine University, and was always interested in land, always interested in construction, building, built tree houses as a kid, and I started, that's when I met Kim down in Malibu. She went to UCLA, and we bought our first house while we were actually in college. Located at Desert Hot Springs, and we are off of the 20th Avenue, which is the side street on the Interstate 10 freeway. It's a great location, great visibility. There's about 170,000 cars that pass by every day. It is 2,720,000 square feet. It's the largest in the United States. We have 14 buildings altogether. The longer buildings we've named after Malibu Beach, it's all got a beach kind of theme to the whole park, and they're called Zuma because the Zuma Beach in Malibu is super long. It's 500 by 200, so that's 200,000 square feet when you consider the second story. Okay, that's broken up into 5 blocks of 40,000 square feet. Each block will have 2 industrial condos over there. So somebody coming in there and they have a Class 2 license, they'd be able to come in there and cultivate 10,000 square feet of flower. So that will be one of the downstairs or upstairs of one of the blocks. If they have the Class 3A license, which is 22,000 square feet, they can actually cultivate upstairs and downstairs, and they would be using up one of the blocks over there. That can be a very lucrative 40,000 square foot area.
I'm Kimberly Connolly with Grassroots Industrial Park in Desert Hot Springs. We found this project and fell in love with it. It's a grassroots effort to make individual growers and manufacturers in the cannabis industry competitive against larger groups, getting all the economies of scale coming together and working together. We decided that we wanted a theme because we wanted it to represent California. And so when people are from other states, they think of California. So we thought, well, cannabis and surfing kind of go hand in hand ever since I've known about it, you know, back in the 70s, that just goes hand in hand. So we decided to give it the surfer theme and the vision of California, with the Zuma buildings being the long beaches and then the shorter but very premium beach, the Rincon buildings, and then the streets are going to be named after surfer points and terms, and the actual condo floor plans are also given that feel. And then we want that campus to reflect with subtle but nice kind of a beachy feel to it. Offices and a media studio for WeTV and Players Network, where we can promote the products that are being made inside, their value that they can bring the family, whether it's raspberry jam for the grandchild that has seizures, or grow equipment for their private home garage spaces. We're going to have a Sky Bar hotel, and there'll be suites that can be leased out or owned, and also private offices where there'll be high-tech equipment. The vision is to be really the Diamond District of cannabis, and to bring that to individual people that can come in and buy a 20,000 square foot cultivation unit, own it or lease it, and be part of the economies of scale together. Together we're strong. That's our motto.
Hopefully you enjoyed that interview with Mark and Richard. Again, Richard and Kim, we're thrilled to be partners with them. They're fantastic people. Now I'm joined with our Chief Financial Officer and Chief Compliance Officer, Jeffrey Lawrence.
Hey, Brett.
So you haven't been down there yet. You will soon. Mm-hmm. But from what you've heard from Mark and I, what's most appealing for you about this deal that we're doing?
Well, you know, as Mark mentioned earlier, and as you've said, we've had our eye on the California market for a long time. We've been looking at all the operators there, thinking that a large share of them would be unable to comply with the CDCL tracking, the RFID tagging, all the things that we do here in Nevada. And it turns out that weakness for a lot of the operators there is more pronounced than we originally thought. If you look at Humboldt County, for instance, they have almost 15,000 independent growers there. Only 2,300 of them even bothered to apply for a recreational license from the state. And of those, only 91 actually received one. So it's a very small percentage of the existing growers who are going to be in the recreational market now, which opens a huge opportunity for an experienced grower in the seed to sale tracking like us. Which is why, you know, us going in there opening up these facilities that are basically, soup to nuts, ready to go, allows us to invite in these other businesses to relocate and continue their operations. And I think it's going to be a win-win for everyone involved. And for us, logistically, it's an ideal location. It's an easy drive from our headquarters here in Las Vegas down there. It's
except at night.
Right.
Mark and I learned that the hard way.
And then also just 90 miles from, one of the largest population centers in the world in Southern California. So
Los Angeles.
being right there on the I-10 freeway, it really couldn't be a better location. And this allows us to kind of diversify our assets and grow our portfolio as we've talked about doing to a variety of other states.
Sure. I mean, as Mark mentioned earlier, we promised to build a marijuana empire, and this is the next step in that promise to our shareholders. Now, earlier today we were talking about all the energy efficiencies in water. Can we talk about that a little bit?
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. So this site has some solar arrays. It has natural gas-fired cogeneration facilities as well that will allow us to produce distributed generation at a very low cost. Per kilowatt hour, much lower than you can buy from the actual utility, and so that makes it a more attractive place. It's also sitting on one of the largest aquifers in California.
Yeah, it was 1,100 gallons per well per minute.
That's right. Yeah, so people come in if they lease or buy one of the units that we're going to install there. They can have access to cut rate electricity, cut rate water, and that takes care of some of the largest expenses when it comes to growing plants, basically. So I think it's
and in essence, we kind of become our own utility company, which is kind of unique.
Right. No, we're still working through some of the the hurdles there as to how we file things and everything. But we are going to dot all our I's and cross our T's on that.
Is there anything else you'd like to add about this project?
I'm very excited about it.
As we all are. All right, so now the next portion of the video we're going to show you is Mark and I running through the desert, excited like giddy schoolboys, looking at this new 101-acre deal that we're putting together. So we're going to cut to that video now.
125 feet away from the freeway, from this point? Pretty darn close on the 10 freeway. So when I look at the map,
right,
the hotel's here, the big building going this way's here.
Oh, that's there. Yeah, the Marquee building.
Yeah, so show us where that's going to be specifically. Like, try to get us within 50 feet of it.
The frontage road will have a gate entrance about right over there in the middle of the property. There's 101 acres goes all the way back to where you see the brown patch over there.
Okay.
Far distance.
That's big.
Yeah. In front of that, just after you enter the gates, is the Marquee building. That faces this.
Let's walk physically to where you think it's going to be one day.
Yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed seeing Mark and I frolicking in the desert. And again, if you were there, you'd be frolicking too. I mean, you can't really appreciate how big this is and how massive this is.
Yeah, when we were putting together the deal and we saw all the wonderful vision that Richard and Kim had in their drawings and everything, you'd say, wow, this looks really nice. When you're actually out there and on the ground and seeing how massive this is, it's totally different. We're blessed to be a part of it. I'm really happy for us. I'm really happy for the shareholders. The opportunity that this project is going to open up with manufacturing deals and partnerships, leasing deals. It's just a combination of a lot of different things. And as we build this, it's not going to be overnight. It's going to be, a couple-year process of putting up buildings and putting together partnerships. One thing I do want to mention is the City of Desert Hot Springs actually is permitting temporary facilities, and
we didn't talk about that.
Yeah, so we actually can get up and running probably, within the first 6 months of just temporary facilities and actually start cultivating. And while the long-term stuff is so. It's exciting.
We're thrilled, and the magnitude of this project is just going to just so much value in it that hopefully that's going to translate with our company. And again, we invite you, PNTV shareholders, to check out more. Go to greenleaf-projects.com. We have a bunch of information there, and thank you for your continued support.
We'll talk to you soon.
This has been a Players Network investor update.